What's up? What's up, folks? What's up? Kind of starting off a little bit late. I'm not late. I'm not actually late, but still, I want to get on a little bit earlier because I got to go see some clips. It's Friday. What's up? It's Uncle REG, the yellow journalist. We in the house. Oops. Let me fix this. All right. Hold on real quick. Okay, that's better. All right, folks. What's up, man? Trying to get settled in and stuff. What's going on? What's going on? All right. So y'all can hear me. Let's see what's going on. I talk about it today. We got some update on No.08. I'm just gonna play the video. That's all just come down the pipe. It's about Trump's speech yesterday. That delusional speech he gave. Man, that's wild shit. DJ Akademiks date with Daphne Joy. This dude spent a lot of money. This nigga spends what? We don't get to that. We talk about D. From Darlene from 5150 dated Marcellus Wiley. And apparently Corey's mad. So we're gonna get into it. We got in here, only got two people so far. It was like back in the old days, we had two people, one person in, 4 people, 5 people. It's trying to build back up again the right way. It takes some time, but once you build it up, you build it up. Yeah. So it is what it is. It's just YouTube is way much bigger than back in the day. See, you could be able to get to a lot of people back in the day because there wasn't as many people on YouTube as it is now. So you can come up quicker. Everything was quicker. You get monetized quicker. You get subs quicker, get the threshold quicker. You get the goals that you wanted to get on YouTube quicker. It was the wild wild west. It was all right. It was lovely. But now it's just like shit is crazy. But you still on here. You got something to say. You got something to say, and if you're really down with it, nothing is gonna stop you. Nothing is gonna stop you. But anyway, let's get to it. First thing I want to talk about is Star. Apparently, Star is promoting sex dolls. He's promoting sex dolls, and he said he got 2 of them himself and stuff. But he's saying that this day and age, the way things are with women and stuff like that, and this make a great companion. I know we talked about it before. Sex dolls, so I'll never get one. I'll never do that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and go and Star for no reason. I understand where he's coming from. But what do you think? He had 2 of them. Remember the other guy that was on here, Brian Solange, excuse me. Say it backwards. Brian Solange, he was an advocate for it. He pushed that shit. He had a whole fleet of them. Is that going to solve the woman problem? companionship problem. You stay more focused if you got something that you can that's home waiting for you, I guess, in a sense. Hey man, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I thought this, Star was just, he was just, somebody came to him and he was just, you know, um, say, hey man, what advertising sex dolls on here? I'm sure there's some guys, people on there that want. All right, but I didn't know that he was actually bought it and bought it and stuff like that. And I said, okay, hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna need some advice. Major in journalism. Oh, you major in journalism? Well, I'm sure that you study in the textbook form of journalism, which you're gonna do in college and stuff. Now, do I call myself a journalist? I call myself more of a yellow journalist. 'Cause I deal with the gossip type of stuff. Sometimes my stories might not be as accurate, but sometimes you have to do that to get the truth. Sometimes you have to shake the tree and put something out there that's not so accurate. Not to the point where you get yourself in trouble like Tasha K and all these folks out here, getting sued. No, but this is enough to shake you that you can always retract it. You know, um, so you get the truth out. You know, you get someone to respond. You know, so good luck on that. I'm sure there's plenty of work out there. If you can't make it on the mainstream, I'm sure you can find your way up on YouTube somewhere. Whatever. Become a journalist like that, or war journalist, or whatever the case may be. All type of journalists. Like I said, I'm gonna deal with the, just news and gossip more like that. And, some conspiracy stuff. But that's why I came on here for. I wanted to give the news. I wanted to give the news. So, Star, hey, I can't say anything. Shit, the way things going with these women, man, shit, everybody might have sex. Hey, those women got, because the thing is this, quiet as kept, a lot of these women getting them sex dolls. Male sex dolls. Everything always get put on the man. Why you got that? Why you doing it? When the women is already doing it. You pushing against trans, guys that is transsexuals or whatever and stuff, but the women embrace it. But the women out here embracing it. Best friends and stuff like that, and having sex with them, having kids with them and stuff. That's right, having kids with them too. Can't have a kid with you, they go with him and have a kid. So I'll leave that alone, man. But anyway, let's get into this first story. Apparently, we got an update on Nolan Wells. We're gonna play this. This is crazy, folks. This just came down. I wanted to get on it first before anybody else did. So here we go.
Regards to the mysterious death of Nolan Wells, it gives us more understanding as to what happened that day, as well as what could happen next. On Wednesday, it was revealed that Wells' parents and representatives would meet with Mississippi DA Angel Myers McIlrath to begin looking at the next steps into the case, as the DA would confirm she would now be presenting the investigation to the grand jury. Now, upon researching what we currently know about the case, Nolan's friend and operator of the boat can now be expected to face a series of charges under maritime law. For those who
Okay, that's the operator of the boat.
don't know, in general, maritime law is a special body of law designed to govern issues on sea. Every boat and boat operators are expected to abide by these laws or face punishment. Now, one of maritime law's biggest things stressed for boat operators is known as duty of care, which is a legal obligation requiring ship owners, operators, and employers to protect crew members and passengers from harm by maintaining a safe and seaworthy vessel. Now, one thing that looks to be going under the radar is that a passenger is technically considered anyone who left with you on a boat you are operating, and at all times you as the boat operator are deemed responsible for their safety. Now, despite the circumstances that Wells supposedly wanted to stay, it still can be argued that he's still a passenger of the boat that would leave Horn Island at 4:30 p.m. And the fact that Wells was left with no communication, given that his phone was on the boat, makes things worse for the operator. Again, a boat operator's responsibility is to return.
So they're going to charge the boat operator, not the other three friends, or one of the three friends of the boat operator. I don't know. I don't think so. I think this was to somebody else.
The specific passengers they brought out. Now, according to research, despite people being there on Horn Island, still does not fully excuse the boat operator from liability, but it can change the severity of the situation. Now, if it is proven that a recreational boat operator would leave Wells knowingly with no phone and a way to communicate for safety and still left, does confirm that that was negligent behavior on the boat operator's end, which for some cases that involve a loss of life, the operator can be charged with involuntary manslaughter and reckless behavior. Now, another thing that would stand out for many is the already drinking that was proven to be taking place that day. Now, it has not been confirmed if the boat operator himself was drinking, but if he did, that would result in another charge known as BUI, or boating under the influence. Which is why for many, the sheriff's initial reaction to the incident, with no arrest being made swiftly, despite the viral picture of 18-year-old Wells and his friends, seemingly of the same age, holding beers in their hands, was not a sense of conducting a thorough investigation. It made some feel.
So the boat operator is going to get charged. That's not the three friends. I knew it was going to put on somebody. Somebody was going to get. They was going to put it on somebody. But then how you gonna link? So now you gotta try to link the boat operator to one of the three friends as far as the murder. I told you, man, this case is wild, man. This is wild.
That a cover-up was taking place. Now, in the state of Mississippi, the legal drinking age is still 21. Now, to tie it all together, if the toxicology report comes back and Wells was deemed intoxicated at the time of his death, it will multiply the boat operator's liability due to the effects of alcohol and judgment. One of Wells' friends, Tracy Shepard, who was assumed to be around the same age as Wells, would publicly confirm that there was drinking in an interview with ABC News. He said that he and his group of friends, which included Wells, had been drinking alcohol since the late morning. Now, going back to Wells being separated from his phone, in which his parents would point out was an immediate red flag. If it is proven that the boat operator ultimately left with Wells' phone on purpose without Wells' consent, it can be viewed as a level of theft. To note, Wells' family had to reportedly track his phone down to get it back. So for some, it does not appear that his phone was willingly returned. As reported here, GPS and audio have now been released from that day. And according to an extended version of the toll call made, there were about 7 people on the boat according to the boat's operator. Now, it is unclear what specific boat was driven that day, but upon looking up the boat's vessel number, it looks to be a 2000 Triton boat, which comes in different sizes. Now, if it was also discovered that the boat was past capacity, it can lead to another issue for Wells' friend and boat operator. Now, despite all these proven possibilities, the governor of Mississippi may have exposed himself as either not knowing maritime laws, or for some is trying to cover up the wrongdoings in this case.
So one of the friends is linked to the boat operator. Maybe they're going to hit one of them, not get all 3 friends, but get one of the friends. So they're saying one of the friends and the boat operator has something to do with his murder. Basically, I guess he did. And then the governor's going to get in trouble because he didn't do enough.
On Wednesday night, the governor of Mississippi would finally share his public reaction. and would upset viewers by stating that he hasn't seen any signs of foul play with what he's seen so far.
I don't know all of the facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play. But if there is, I feel confident that the sheriff's office, the district attorney's office, the members at the Department of Public Safety that deal with these crimes, if there had been one, they will find it and they will do what is necessary.
Now, part of his statement, the governor would also confirm that he and Sheriff Ledbetter, who is leading the investigation, are really close. For many, the movement Justice for Nolan appears to be a cry out to a justice system that is supposedly to hold no one above the law, especially when people have been arrested and swiftly apprehended by police for lesser crimes. Nolan Wells will be laid to rest on Monday in Ocean Springs, and his preliminary autopsy findings, according to his family's attorney Benjamin Crump, will be released soon after. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. As more information has come forward, what is your theory now as to what happened to Wells that day? And what is your reaction to hearing the governor of Mississippi expressing he has yet to see any signs of foul play?
Well, let me end that. It was like the governor said, I don't know what you're talking about. He wants this shit in and just as quick as everybody else do over there in Mississippi. They don't want no parts of this shit, dog. They don't want no parts of this shit. So, that's some update I got. So, next thing I want to talk about is Fetterman. John Fetterman. Apparently, he warned the Democrat Party that he will leave the party if they turn against Israel. We're going to play this sound bite. We can play this sound bite right here so we can hear what's going on. All right, let's go.
Fetterman warns he would leave Democratic Party if it turns its back on Israel. By Alexander Bolton. Maverick Senator John Fetterman, Democrat from Pennsylvania, has said he has no plans to leave the Democratic Party, but he warned on Wednesday that if Democrats completely turn their backs on U.S. support for Israel, that would cross a red line that could push him out of the party.
They don't care. They don't like him anyway. Who cares? And he got to understand that make it bad on him because that means that you're overlooking all the stuff that Israel done to Gaza, to Palestinian people, and Lebanon. How they treating other folks over there in the Middle East. And their quest to make the Middle East greater Israel, which is crazy. Yeah, that's a takeover. Shit. But he agrees with it, of course.
If our party ever becomes, and just makes it official, the anti-Israel party, that
it's not anti-Israel. You got everybody in the world saying, hey, Israel is wrong for what they doing. They want to have peace, to have a two-party state. I'm just saying, they don't want that. They believe in their religion that they owe that land, and we need to destroy all our enemies. That's crazy. That's some religious selling shit. It's crazy. And the only reason why a lot of Americans went along with that shit because they was Christian. A lot of them was Christians at the time, and they believe, that we supposed to safeguard Israel because if not, we won't get blessed as Christians. But then they don't like Christians. Go figure on that. Regular Jews don't like Christians. I'm just saying, man. This is getting wild, man. But so I think that he's trying to threaten the party. I'm gonna leave, hoping that they'll change. The people who side against Israel will change their mind and get back in line. That's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. He's blowing smoke right now.
That is when I would leave because that has been a moral clarity for me, he said during an interview at the Hill Nation Summit in Washington. Fetterman said he cannot understand why the Democratic Party, which shares an array of values with Israel as an important democracy in the Middle East, would turn against a long-standing ally. The Pennsylvania Democrat says he has a major concern over the trajectory of many Democrats who have become increasingly critical of U.S. aid for Israel, amid growing pressure from the party's progressive base.
Fetterman could be just a Zionist. That's what it is. It came out. He probably is a Zionist. He don't understand. This is crazy. Hey, man, remember, he probably took a whole bunch of money from this from the APAC. I'm sure of it. But anyway, let's go.
My long-term concern has been with the Democratic Party, as I am a member of that, is that our party is going to back away and turn their back to Israel, he said. Fetterman cited Democratic support for an amendment sponsored by Representative Thomas Massie, Republican from Kentucky, to cut off $3.3 billion in annual security assistance to Israel and the success of progressive candidates who are harshly critical of Israel in Democratic primaries. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, New York, and House Democratic Whip Katherine Clark, Massachusetts, the number 1 and number 2 ranking House Democrats, split over Massie's amendment, with Jeffries opposing it and Clark supporting it. Fetterman said Clark's support for the amendment reflects a trend in the broader party. You look at the kinds of individuals that are winning our recent primaries, he said. It is becoming more anti-Israel and hostile to people who are pro-Israel. He criticized fellow Democrats who are trying to ingratiate ourselves with that segment of the base of our.
It seemed like to me that anybody that is say anything critical about Israel is the one that's getting harmed, losing their job, losing their support. You have Chink, you have Gerald Salente, he's been around for a long time. He's an economic guy or whatever. They burn him, they ban him from certain platforms. And the guys that be speaking on, I think this other guy I used to watch, this political guy, a lot of generals that they ban them from speaking on this. Chink from Young Turks, just got banned from England because of him talking against Israel. So I don't know. I think the people who is just talking about them have some critical is getting hurt. I'm just saying. And we all know, this thing that if you say anything about them, you're gonna lose a lot of money. Like Kanye, but Kanye was on some bullshit. As I say, he was on some bullshit. But still, they almost broke him all the way down. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's go.
Voters are intensely anti-Israel. Fetterman acknowledged he has been approached by Republicans about leaving the Democratic Party, but declined to divulge private conversations. The senator expressed concern over progressive candidate Abdul El-Said's strong performance in polls in the Michigan Senate Democratic primary. He warned that Democrats will have to pour millions of additional dollars into the battleground state to be competitive in November if he is the nominee. Rogers just barely lost in 24, Fetterman said, referring to former Representative Mike Rogers, Republican, the Republican candidate who narrowly lost the 2024 Michigan Senate race. If El-Said wins, then that puts Michigan much more in play for us and would require us to spend more money. What is defined El-Said is the more anti-Israel and hostile to Israel thing, Fetterman said. He also criticized El-Said and other progressive candidates, past comments expressing support for the defund the police movement. questioning whether Democrats truly learned the lessons of losing the 2024 presidential election. Now here is more Democrats to defund the police. Here we are back to part of the worst impulses that we just cannot resist. We forgot the crazy things that we said, and that cost us the election in 2024. Now we want to revisit that. If anything, they are coming back in the strongest kind of terms. Look at the people who are winning, he said. Darlene Avila Chevalier, a Democratic Socialist candidate backed by New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani. A Democrat deleted a social media account in which she called for abolishing police, borders, and prisons, and claimed Israel does not exist. Avila Chevalier, a 32-year-old activist, defeated Representative Adriano Espaillat, Democrat from New York, in the Democratic primary for New York's 13th congressional district. Fetterman also expressed frustration with fellow Democratic senators who backed progressive insurgent candidate Graham Plattner in the critical Maine Senate race. Despite the fact that he was not carefully vetted and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat from New York, had intensively recruited Democratic Governor Janet Mills to run for the Maine Senate seat. Fetterman said he was angry that Senator Bernie Sanders, independent from Vermont, championed Plattner so forcefully, and was reluctant to withdraw his support even after the New York Times.
See, Bernie Sanders don't like how how they moving and stuff. He's against it. He think that they should do a two-party state, just like there's a lot of people do. But Fetterman is, on the other hand, it's not that he's for Israel. It doesn't matter. Let them do what they do. So we know that he's being outnumbered now. The war brought out the truth about Israel. That's what the war did. This war brought out the truth. That's one thing it did. You can't stop karma. You can't stop cause and effect. So that's all I'm gonna play on now. I just wanted to play that, real quick. Get off of that, Anyway, next thing I want to talk about is let's see, the outbreak. Taco Bell. There's a parasitic outbreak that's linked to Taco Bell lettuce, hit in 5 states. And this outbreak is causing explosive diarrhea, psychoparalysis outbreak, they called it. I'm announcing that right now. The company that Taco Bell get its lettuce from is from Taylor Farms. So if you buying that brand of lettuce, you might need to stay away from. I think you should stay away from all lettuce unless you get it from a farmer's market and stuff. But the Taylor Farms get their lettuce from Mexico. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna play this video to let you know. So folks gotta stay away with Taco Bell. Now Taco Bell is doing their due diligence. They pulling all the lettuce down and stuff like that right now. I don't know. That's gonna kind of hurt them, man. But I'm sure there's other companies out there that use the same brand of lettuce. So folks, no more Taco Bell for now. No more Taco Bell. Now it's only affecting 5 states, but there's reports of this type of explosive diarrhea, this parasite, in mostly all the states, basically. Let's just be real. It's in all the states. So let's go ahead and play this video so we can see what's going on. We got to stay away from this. Man, no more Taco Bell for a while, folks. No more Taco Bell. There we go. All right. Let's go.
In the wake of a major outbreak connected to a parasite found in produce, Taco Bell moving quickly to remove the questionable lettuce from its menus, saying in a statement, the affected ingredient from our supplier is being indefinitely removed from our supply chain nationwide. It comes as NBC News has learned the FDA is investigating iceberg lettuce sold to Taco Bell by Taylor Farms.
Oh, iceberg lettuce, you gotta stay away from all that shit. It's a parasite, you know. All the lettuce might be contaminated, man. Shit. What about McDonald's with human meat? Look at a dinga talking about we come out the blocks. A dinga come out the box talking about y'all eating human meat over there. They probably are, you know, so Soylent Green shit. Hey, I haven't ate no fast food in about close to a month. The last time I ate fast food was last month. I don't eat that much fast food. You know, I mean, I never did, you know. Now the pandemic, yeah, I was eating a lot of it, and it's probably gained weight and shit, but you know, but I haven't ate that much fast food. Like, you know, I try to stay away from it. And matter of fact, it's too high anyway. It's more expensive than it was. It ain't cheap no more. So I mean, shit. I mean, now I always said that it was going to be a fast food war eventually, and there's only going to be like one fast food company left, one or two left, and that's it. But it's going to be a fast food war out here eventually. But this hurt Taco Bell here, man. This is crazy. What's up with Dingham? McDonald's have contact with hospitals.
As a potential source of the cyclosporiasis outbreak. Overnight, the FDA saying its traceback investigation has identified a single supplier of iceberg lettuce from Mexico that was used by Taco Bell locations. The foodborne illness.
Mexico. You gotta start growing your lettuce here, folks.
Can cause weeks of severe intestinal distress.
Damn.
I felt like there was a lead, ball in my stomach.
Jessica Murphy-Smith is one of more than 4,300 people in Michigan who've gotten sick.
Yeah, she be looking like she eat a lot of Taco Bell. Start what she eats is a salad. Yes, yeah. We might have to stay away from salads now, man. This is crazy, dog.
She says she ate bagged salads at least once a day and also had Taco Bell.
I realized about a week before I started feeling sick, I had a cheat day and I went to Taco Bell and had 2 tacos.
And there was lettuce on those tacos?
Yes.
So far, the lettuce has only been linked to 5 states, mostly in the Midwest. But it's believed nearly 7,000 people across 34 states have been sickened.
That's almost half the country. Yeah, over half the country. They got this problem. It's in California. It was on the map. California is one of them. Shit, we'll stay away from Taco Bell. Well, the problem is that how many other companies using Taylor Farms lettuce? And what about the other lettuce? That is, you have lettuce over here that's Taylor brand, where usually they get the lettuce, they only use that lettuce. Now I got the butter lettuce and stuff like that. They probably use one product. They buy most places buy 1-2 products of the same thing. A couple products of the same thing. They might have a good product of different lettuce. I don't know. It might be all contaminated. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Because you had that lettuce there, and then you have another brand of lettuce over here that's from somewhere else. They got a parasite in it. That parasite will jump over the other lettuce. Well, I mean, they act like the parasite's gonna stay right there. No, fuck, he's gonna go over there too. Oh man, this is bad. I mean, Taco Bell, man, they're gonna lose massive money. I mean, who's gonna buy the food? Ain't nobody gonna come up in there and eat that. Now, if they smart.
I think that the work is done, but that's why I call it the beginning of the end. Unfortunately, we'll see more cases as that all plays out. But hopefully we're over the rough patch once we've identified the main source.
So far, there's been no official response from Taylor Farms. As for Taco Bell,
Yeah, they're gonna be out of goddamn business. Shit. You gotta throw away all your shit. You know how much? That's probably the whole load for the whole month, or 2 months, 3 months. It's probably contaminated. Shit, they lost millions of dollars. Fucked up. Somebody gonna get sued.
As it is taking precautionary action and is encouraging all relevant restaurants, retailers, and food service operators to do the same.
Now, while progress is being made, doctors say the risk of getting this illness is not over. They still recommend thoroughly cleaning your produce. And the good news here is that health officials are starting to track down a potential source, which puts them a step closer to preventing more cases. But the thing to remember is there's a 2-week incubation period with this illness, so they still expect cases to rise even though they're making progress.
Thanks. All right. Thanks, Ann. Keep us posted.
Appreciate it, Ann. With AT&T Business Internet.
So let me end that right there. All right. Hold on, folks. Let me be back in a second. Hold on. Intermission. Oh yeah. Yeah, my cat still walk. Yeah, he's all right. Shit. Still walking. He's just sick, He's still walking and going outside and stuff. You know, of course he's old. He ain't gonna be playing like he used to and stuff. But he can still, he's still walking. Shit, he walk. He can use the bathroom. Why do you think he be coming over the kitchen? He be here in mine. He walked to the kitchen. Yeah, but we might have to put him to sleep and stuff. But I'm trying to keep them alive as much as I can, man. Just help them out. That's all you can do, man. You know, they fucked us up with the health care with the pets, man. I mean, this take care of pets now. Like the doctors, you talking about thousands of dollars and shit. You need insurance, and I had insurance, and the insurance didn't pay. You know, I tried to have insurance on, but the insurance wouldn't pay me back the money that I've spent. And I'm like, what the fuck? Got me fucked up, man. I'm sure there'll be a lawsuit and I'll get my money back one day and stuff from that company. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go get some more pet insurance, man, and see if I can get them straightened out. But I'm gonna get something to try to keep them happy for now. But we most likely probably to put them to sleep or something. You know, I'm just don't want to do it and stuff. You know, just he's walking around eating and still shitting. You know, but he's not doing it great. You know, it's what it is, folks. So support the channel, man. You know, give me a little something for Snow. You know, I'm being no, I just don't like to see him go. I don't want to do it. I ain't got nothing to do with life or death or God. You know, I just don't want to let him go. That's what it is, you know, shit. And it's cost so much to, you know, put him in the hospital stuff. It's just crazy, man. Yeah. So, you know, support the channel, you know. Put something in there for Snow, too. Maybe I can get him something to help him out and stuff. Yeah. But we all know we had good times here, man. Yeah, we had good times. Yeah. That's the downside of having a pet, you know. A pet is always gonna, you know, eventually your pet die on you and stuff. Unless you get a tortoise or someone like that. That motherfucker outlive you. You gonna have to have a will, because you be dead before the tortoise kick over and shit. You can live 150 years and shit. You have to have a will for that motherfucker. For someone to take care of him. Not to bury him, but to take care of him. After you gone. Is I'm finally able to do a muscle up, or you are? That's good. I'm about almost a year away from that. Muscle up. I just started my little workout Monday or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the muscle up. I gotta lose some weight first, so that's what I'm trying to do now. I gained some weight back. Now I gotta lose it back again. And shit. So yeah. But anyway, let's talk about the oil real quick. The oil, oil is going back up, folks. You know, Iran attacked the power and water desalination plants, excuse me, in Kuwait. WTI is at 30. It was 80, 83. And Brennan's at 87. It's probably higher than that now. Especially after Trump's speech yesterday, which was fucking, I don't know what the hell that was, man. He just talked about the same old thing, America doing good, this and that, we the best, you know, everything down, everybody got portfolios, and portfolios are up. I don't know about all that, you know, I mean, shit. Yeah, you invested in this coin, you might be okay, but shit, this. Yeah, I could do muscle ups if I was 100% shape, or I don't have to be 100, but I could be about 70% shape. I could do muscle ups. Yeah, but yeah, that's real advanced. I know how to do that. That's Cali Muscle was doing that shit. Remember seeing them. Go on the bar, you go up, down, and you go up, down. Go up, yeah, and then up, down. Yeah, that's wild. You a kid, you supposed to be do that easy muscle ups. Yeah, but because of the wars back on, you know, um, kidneys power and the desalination plants, that's a bad deal. That's a bad deal. And then we know there's been manipulation in the oil futures and stuff. That's why it was always kind of low and stuff. They tried to keep it at 70 for a while. They thought, because they thought the deal was on and ceasefire, but the ceasefire is gone and stuff. It just takes a while before it hit us, hit the futures. Let's see where the stock market at, because I know the stock market is it's down 400 Dow, 300 Nasdaq. That's going into the weekend too. 78, 76 was after hours. See what the after hours price is. After price is 484. It's even going worse down. It's bad, man. It's bad. That's after that Trump speech, man. That Trump speech ain't said nothing. He up there talking about, voting rights and stuff and all this shit that, I got proof that the 2020 election was rigged and all this stuff. All that's substantiated, I think people catching up with Trump lies. Him trying to manipulate the market. They know what he's trying to do. And he's doing it for himself. Wars ain't doing it for the American people. He wanted to help the American people. He would have never got us into this goddamn war. And then listen to Israel and got us into this goddamn war or nothing like that. Yeah, no, you fight that shit yourself. But like I said, they got something over Trump, man. And they got China, they raising their gas and diesel prices, and they stockpiling right now, the oil, because they know that people gonna start coming to them after a while. Once the strait goes down to a certain point, they're gonna start coming to them. And then U.S. put the blockade back up again. That's not helping anything. And Iran is attacking with U.S. bases all over the region. And it's not looking good, folks. Now, tomorrow I will go see if gas actually went up firsthand, go to the pump and see whether, there's some signs of going up. Because once the ceasefire happened, it went down. Here, I have a pump actually down the street that's a good indicator. Because that goes up, everything else is way up. Way up. So if I go there and it's $5 back again, because I think the regular there is under under 5, like 4.80 something. Now, if it be at 5, that's it. Then I know it's it. I told people that it would go up this time, that's it. And not only that, we're on empty. We're actually at tank bottom as far as our strategic oil reserves. What's left is for emergency. Some people don't believe it. Some people saying, "Hey man, we at bottom, man. That's it. We can't draw no more out." Well, we go to Utah. They got plenty of it, but then that's What? How long was it going to take to get the oil out of Utah? Oh, that's untapped, as far as I know. It take years. You should have been trying to get it out beforehand. Crazy. So I wanted to talk about that. You know. So now let's get into some bullshit. First thing I'm gonna talk about Darlene from the 5150 show. Apparently, D finally came out and said that she dated Wiley, Marcellus Wiley, on the show. But I can't find the clip of this. I saw the clip. I think they took it down. I think Darlene had Corey to take that part of down when she said she dated, because Corey got mad because apparently when she dated him, he hid it. And she didn't get no money from it. She just got some free tickets, that's it. And Wiley made it known that, I'm just, I don't want no relationship, anything like that. Just want to have fun. And she wanted to be with him. And this is what goes back to what I was saying. When a woman likes you, she likes you. She want to be with you, she want to be with you. You don't have to spend no money. See, there's so much tricking out here now that it just convolute everything. It just cloud everything. People think that the only way the brother gonna have sex with you is to give her some money. No, that's BS. But there's more tricks out there than guys that is gonna wait for it the right way. Now she knows that Marcellus Wiley was a football player, had money, and said this was time when he was still playing, so he was on the contract. She just wanted to have fun with him. Now Corey got mad because apparently I think that Corey's spending money on D from the jump. Where you see this dude here, Marcellus Wiley didn't spend goddamn not nothing. So that means that she had to be sexually attracted. I told you, she's sexually attracted to you. She's gonna give it up. She's gonna give you something. Be honest and on fun, boom. She said the auntie made a comment discussing modern dating, pushback against the idea that men are never upfront. Okay, he was the only person, she said, that was actually truthful and honest. And I'm out here doing this, but I dig you. So we had a good time, and when he came back around the town, so she was sleeping with him all the time. She didn't care. She explained the relationship with Wiley. He was living outside and joined the Dallas Cowboys. Rather, when he laid a sexual arrangement, that would be, he would be honest, but I would be like, hang out, have a good time. You're not the only one. She said she was all right with that. And there was no money involved. Corey got mad. So I'm going to play this video of Jasper the Reaper. This guy be wilding, but he breaks it down about the situation, why Corey got mad. And he's right. I agree with him on this. Okay, let's go.
Keep it rough, we keep it raw, we keep it real. Make sure you subscribe to the Reaper. Make sure you thumbs up the likes, and make sure you go over to our Kick channel, because that's where we broadcast live at. Download the Kick app, man. It's free. And, go to Jasbo, aka the Reaper, man, and hit the follow button, and you'll get the Reaper's new live. We're trying to get the family over there to the Kick app, man. So, because we broadcast every day between 6:30 and 7:30, Monday through Friday. You can hear the Reaper live. And we go live on the weekends between 8 and 9 o'clock until, man, because we do the longer shows on the weekend. So go over to the Kit Kat, man, go to Jazzbo, a.k.a. the Reaper, you know, and hit the follow button, man, if you want to hear the Reaper live. We talking about Darlene or OG Ortiz. Corey Holcomb, you know, gets mad at D because she let Marcellus Wiley smash for free.
There you go, smash for free. And these dudes out here claim that none of these girls will give you no goddamn pussy for free. That's the problem. Then they gonna give it over just off your personality. Well, maybe they don't give them that to you. You ain't got no personality. They don't like you like that. You got to sit there and break yourself just to get something. That's crazy. That's insanity. She got a business arrangement with you, but then with me, ain't no business arrangement. And this is what Steve Dean, I agree with them guys over there, Steve Dean, Lucario. This is nonsense. It's nonsense. And Corey's mad because I'm sure that he's probably spending money on D. You know, he's spending money on D. Anyway, let's go.
And she says Marcellus was real straight up that he only wanted to kick it, man. You know, he didn't want nothing serious. He only wanted a good time, and she went along with it. And he gave her a few tickets to something, you know, maybe a game or two. You know, maybe took her out for a baseball stake, you know.
Yeah.
But he didn't give her no significant paper, and he didn't put no significant paper in her hand.
That's right.
And Corey was grilling her about this because there's clips out. And she says, "You just mad." You know, he said, "What am I mad about?" She said, "I don't want to I don't want to say what you mad about, but you know what you mad about." Because Corey was mad because D was smashing him, right? And, you know, she wasn't getting no paper. The Reaper keep it 1,000. Now, this is when Marcellus Wiley played pro football, right? And he was messing with a bunch of broads, probably including his wife. And he didn't want to get serious with D. And when he was done smashing and having a good time, you know, hey, he dropped her. The Reaper keep it 1,000, but she wanted to let everybody know that she was dating Marcellus Wiley, and Marcellus Wiley was smashing. But it's funny now that Marcellus, right, he got these R-word charges against him, right? And charges of beating his wife. He was very quiet on the last 5150. The Reaper keep it 1,000. See, this was a few years ago that she was hyped up with smashing Marcellus, right? But, like I said, you know, she wasn't this last time when they talked about Marcellus. And Corey's always saying, well, I like Marcellus. But Corey has to pay to smash D. Because D has to get some notoriety, and she let him know she needed some paper. But Marcellus Wiley was playing pro football and making way more money than Corey Holcomb, right? And she wasn't asking for nothing but...
That's what I'm saying. All you got to do is, you got the money. She know you got the money. You don't have to spend it. She know that you got the money to take care of her. But that doesn't mean that if we just smashing, why I got to pay for money for smashing? That's crazy. We're not going to go nowhere. We're not going to do anything. That's, you know, I'm not getting married to you and nothing like that. And maybe that's why she did it, because he was up front. A lot of guys probably come in D. You know, don't be up front with her. He was up front with her. So she gave it to him. Hey, all right, let's go. I like you too. She said, let's go. Have some fun. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I ain't got to worry about you stalking me and this and that and third, or telling everybody, I'm just saying. Sometimes the girls just want to just have some fun. That's it. And go about their business. And I'll see you later. I'll see you next time. All right. See you when I get back in town. If you're busy. If you ain't busy, we can do this again, bam, bam, bam. Or if I'm not busy, hey, that's the way it is. But these tricks, man, got you fucked up in the game. Like, got all these dudes fucked up in the game that you have to spend some money from the jump. And you let these women like Shooter 7 and all these other bras out here tell you otherwise. Oh, get money from it, this and that. No, man. Trust me, Shooter 7 gave it pussy out for free to somebody. Some guy got that shit free. Point blank. And with no money involved. Same thing with CTG, same with all the other goddamn bras that be on here on social media. Don't let them fool you. You only the dumb nut that's paying shit. Paying bitches for rides and shit and flying them out and shit. Just to fuck. Yeah, fuck you. You fly your own self out. Come on, get it. Wish I would fly some other goddamn broad out. Fuck. Paying for daycare and all that shit. No, man, that's her responsibility. That ain't your responsibility. If I get to you, I'll get my own plane ticket. Go whatever get to you. That's what it is. And some of y'all niggas got food, paying for the broad, and then the broad didn't give you none. Or you drove all the way over 10 states over, gave the bitch money, and y'all still fuck. That's insane. That's insane. The sucker. She got the money. You ain't got nothing. Jeez. So I never could be no trick, man. But anyway, let's go.
The D. What the Reaper tell you, I don't care how much money you got or how much D you throw. If a broad ain't feeling you, she ain't feeling you. And when Corey Holcomb tried to say, if you got enough money, it ain't tricking, she said, yes, it is. It's different degrees of tricking because she let him know. And she was absolutely correct, man. The Reaper keep it 1,000. There's different degrees of tricking. And Corey is tricking all the time. He say he throw $200-$300 on a nightstand. He asked Rod, could he, see her monkey, for $300. And she wasn't going to even let him see the monkey and get the $300 and get even more. And if he would have put that skeezer, that goddamn skeezer, if he would have had any kind of contact with her, he could possibly be in jail because she said he was sexually harassing her even over the phone. The Reaper keep it 1,000. That broad was crazy, and guess where she was from? The D, right? And, Corey couldn't believe that Darlene wasn't getting nothing but some D.
That's right.
From Marcellus Wiley, and it must have been some good D because
that's all she was getting. She said she just wanted. That's what I told you. Sometimes the girl just wants to be. You could be that person, but if you gonna come over there and talking about tricking and stuff, they don't want to fuck. They ain't gonna fuck with you, or they gonna charge you up and see how much you gonna pay. And y'all niggas is just, y'all niggas doing too much. Y'all going way beyond giving a couple $100 or whatever, $100 for $100. Yeah, y'all giving thousands of dollars. And when the broad get used to, getting that much money out of a dude and not giving nothing up, it's an ego boost to them. It's fucking ego boost. They feel they can do it to anybody, but they know they can't. Certain dudes ain't going for that now. And certain dudes, I guarantee you, is getting it for free. Hold on, folks. Jeez. Boy. Snow is in trouble. Whoa. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. Anyway, let's continue.
Steve be bragging on it like, ooh, I was dating him and this, that, and the other. And Marcellus didn't want to be with D like that. But he got with a skeezer anyway. The Reaper keep it 1,000, huh? He got with a goddamn skeezer. And he said, well, I didn't want no money from Ice-T. I didn't want no money from Marcellus because dudes that she really feeling, they ain't gotta have no paper.
That's right.
You know, they can come with hard dick and bubble gum. You know, the Reaper keep it 1,000 and be fresh out of bubble gum. Huh? But nigga, you gotta come with bubble yum. And you gotta come with some paper. The Reaper keep it 1,000 because D would not be there unless she was getting broke off some paper, right? She let us know that. Right?
So she's with Corey. The only reason she's there is because Corey's paying her. So I be going to Ruth Chris and all that stuff, this and that, third. You know. That's why she's there with a paper, man. You want to trick out. Just let him do that shit. But he can't get mad when a dude come around and get it for free. You can't get mad if you sitting on there tricking on these broads and some dude come around and just get it for free and don't have to do a goddamn thing but just show up with a hard dick. That's on you. That's your fault. Because you could have done that, dude. Stop tricking. Stop fucking up shit. Stop fucking up shit. So I can say on that, I'm gonna end that right there. Cause yeah. So we're gonna try to talk about another trick out here. DJ Akademiks, man. We gotta talk about him, but hold on before I do this. Let me get the food for this cat. All right. DJ Akademiks, man. He went out on a date with Darlene. I mean, with Daphne Joy, excuse me. Apparently, he said he paid $4,000 for the date, but guess where he took her to? To the Turtle Caicos on a date. You know, he rented some private plane and find out that private plane both ways cost $40,000. I'm gonna put this up. And on a date. So you spent $84,000. I think he spent more than that. I'm sure he probably bought her some shit, little trinkets or whatever shit too. But on a date. Now she said that she'll see him again. Yeah, after someone flew in with a private plane. You out of 40 off one date. Couldn't you took it down to Miami somewhere? Facing Miami? No. He wanted to impress her. This nigga trying to get this broad, man. He's trying, but then I'm hearing that she said that no, we're just friends. We could be friends. She put him in the friend zone. Which mean that, you know, we get to see her again, but it's just, you know. And you know what? And the thing is this, I hope he did hit it. You took her out on an expensive date. Let me show you this, man. We're gonna read this post. Some Hollywood Unlocked, so I know this is valid. Okay, this little big he reviewed that the real price tag on that infamous date. Remember, claiming that he dropped a cool for a fancy restaurant. Well, the math isn't mathing. While the whole thing was caught on camera, for the YouTube viewer, Ak hopped on the stream to admit actually he spent $83K. Turns out the date wasn't down the street. It was in the Turkey Caicos. You only take a broad that you know your girlfriend to Turkey Caicos. That you're gonna be, you're gonna have a relationship with. And she said she ain't having a relationship with this nigga. So this is straight tricking. This is hella tricking. And he had to fly Daphne Joy out on a private jet, and a round trip was 80 bands. He spent more than this. He was trying to impress her, hoping that she'd be with him, or probably try to impress her, saying that this is how you don't get treated over here. But you gotta understand, she was with a billionaire. She was with Puffy. Puffy brought her stuff, but he bought Young Miami more. And P. Diddy was making money off of her because he was slutting her out. She's part of the freak offs. So this is what happened when you got motherfucker that do this big tricking. Now the next nigga like him got them try to impress her the best way he can, because his paper was not as long as P. Diddy. See, she was P. Diddy's girlfriend. She ain't this dude's girlfriend because he's not no goddamn billionaire. And this on the first date. Man, fuck all this. Now I want to know. Let me see. Let me look something up. Showing the Oh, I gotta find the airport. I was trying to find out how much it is. Let me go back over here. I don't know why I just do the AI shit. Okay, they said private day trip would cost between 8,000 to 55 for one-way trip. So, hey, so I thought he paid less. Miami, start round a light jet, ranging up to 80, heavy, ranging up to 83,000 for a heavy jet. So he took a heavy jet out there. Does he live in Miami somewhere like that? So he could have got the light jet for 8,000. So what if he got the light jet for 8,000 and then spent the other 40 over there, gave her some money in bags and shit? That's what I'm thinking. But still, the fact that he spent 83 grand on the first day, it's insane. This is just insane. Look at this shit. This is crazy. He said, he he got content, put on his investment. Well, maybe, yeah, because he did film it, and he probably got. That's what I'm thinking. He smashed. He blew a bag. Date with a baddie. Did an interview. He probably got his money off the content. He won, so he figured he made money off the content. But still, this is tricky. It doesn't matter if you make the money back. You shouldn't have to spend that much. You don't have to spend the shit at all. You could have stayed in the States. Fuck that. You don't. It's the principle of the thing. Trips like this, you don't take that as that's your girlfriend, and a girlfriend that you've been going on for a while. I'm sorry, your wife. You don't take no goddamn big bar. Now you like P Diddy being there and stuff on weekend and stuff. And, he got his own jet. That thing P Diddy got his own jet, so he ain't worrying about all that. Those guys got their own jet and stuff. Pay for the jet already. They got to pay for the pilot and stuff and the fuel. It's a little bit different. But P. Diddy only gave her money when he was his girlfriend. He didn't get this for some girl that we just fucking with one night. Come on, man. This is unreal tricking. Beyond gorilla tricking. This make Boozy losing $6 less, a little less something. Look, this girl said, "Why can't I find me a sucker man?" See, look, I'm reading these comments, man. She's smart. She saw he was green. Yeah, he was green. A bank robber looking for a bank. The doors was wide open. Look, this girl said, "A ball of corn." There's a brother here. Okay. Yeah, she wasn't fucking. They say that he fucked. I don't think he fucked. That was the first date. And this is what these bras on here was talking about. You need to pay $500 all this, and you pay this $1,000 for the date. Hold on, real quick. Oops, hold on. Yeah, folks, but this is wow. His subscriber paid for it. Yeah, he probably makes some money back because He posted the date, he posted that, and he talked about it. So yeah, he made it. Some said that he didn't get nothing. I don't know. But she said that she gonna see him again. How much money you gonna have to spend on before he get it? If he didn't get nothing, 80 grand, he didn't get nothing, he's a fool. Yeah, spend that shit. Look at this. It says, spend that shit. Young Miami boys. Well, 50 Cent, man, can't say nothing, man. 50 Cent fucked up. He married the wrong broad. Not married, but had a baby by the wrong broad. Let me see how much 50 Cent worth for the DJ Akademiks. Okay, he don't got that much. 50 Cent got more money than him. Okay. You know, got $6 million and $10 million, but then you spending your money like you got $100 million. That's crazy. Now 50 Cent got what, 100 million to 150. Okay. Crazy. And this is some tricking shit here, man. Was that a rental for a night? It had to be turned in the morning. It looks like he would. There's a lot of goofies out here with, yeah, they goofy, man. That's why the game is so fucked up. That's why it's so fucked up right now. Let me stop this. Yeah, man. That's why it's so fucked up right now, man. It's just bad. So, folks, that's it. I'm going to do a whole show about the tricking. Because it's definitely an epidemic out here, man. And he's not helping. Brother like DJ Akademiks is not helping brothers out here. He's not helping your case. He's just emboldening more of these women to spend that shit. That's why they wouldn't be talking all this bullshit. And they can get away with it. And the dudes will do it. Because a sucker born every minute. There's more and more suckers born in it. Just because you got money, just because you doing good and stuff, you just don't throw away your money on that. Remember, 50 Cent, P. Diddy, they got over $100 million. But the average dude shouldn't be even trying to do this bullshit. And I could probably bet that he didn't get none that night. He didn't get none. Took out on a date and that's it. When you saw this broad slut herself got slutted out by P. Diddy in the free calls. He did everything under the sun. You didn't hit. If you wanted to hit, what you just gave her what? You might as well gave her all that 80,000. Just hit it. But then that even be a bigger mistake, because now this bro said I got 80,000 from a dude. All you want to do is hit it. So now her price is way off, way past the roof. Don't want to do that. That's grand mega trick in there. I'm just saying, man, this is fucked up, man. These motherfuckers do anything. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a show. We'll talk about this tricky shit, dog. This is unreal, man. You know. But I mean, I'm an older guy. That's why. I don't know. We had to talk for hours. That's how we got it. You know. And, we looked down on someone that had to pay to get the girl in the bed. Not anymore. I guess that's normal practice. It's business as usual, I guess. Niggas be losers, man. That's what all I can say, man. Shit. Oh. But anyway, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. We'll do this again the weekend coming up. Hopefully we can have a beer weekend. You know, support the channel. Some in for the beer. We'll do that tomorrow and Sunday. It's hot as hell. And all these forest fires now popping up everywhere. You know, shit, it was 110 the other day over here, man. It was crazy. It's a little bit cooler now. I can feel it, but it's still 98. But anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Until next time, peace.